Okay? Discipline. And discipline entails obedience. Decorum. Para naman tayo nasa school. Proper decorum. Proper decorum is, of course, what is proper? Obedience. Decorum. Para naman tayo nasa school. Proper decorum. Proper decorum is, of course, what is proper? We give dignity to what we are doing. So, diyan pala papasok if we know what we are doing. And also, we have to come, or we have to be in the church fully prepared. Dapat ang buhok natin ay maayos. Kumbaga, good grooming is part of that decorum. Yung mga fingernails natin ay hindi parang taga-kapis. Diba? Tapos ang nail polish natin ay deep red. Diba? Patay tayo niyan. Paano mo mahawakan ang towel? Baka mamaya mag-iwan pa ang kuko. Diba? So dapat maayos naman. Because we give respect to what we are doing. Because we are doing it before the presence of our Eucharistic Lord. So good grooming. Okay. Hindi pwedeng yung buhok ay parang K-pop.
Pahit.
Diba? Papasok dahil ay papasok. Mag-a-attend ng mass dahil Sunday, tangerine. Diba? O kaya parang mais na yung buhok. Diba? Ano yung number 1 guideline na sinabi ko? Less is more. Because less is more pleasing before God. Baka mamaya hindi ka na makilala ni Lord. Okay. Piety. What is piety? Piety is, matatatawa si ate. Piety is a province in Laguna. Diba? Piety Laguna. Okay. So it is our spirituality. It is the soul or spirit of all our worship. So dito po pumapasok yung sinabi ko kanina na while we serve, we are praying. So it is an attitude that directs your whole life toward God. Ang example ni Father Jay kanina, we are altar servers. We don't only serve in the church, but also the real thing or the real deal is when we go out of the church. Diba? Prophetic tayo sa loob ng simbahan. Pagdating natin sa labas, chismosa tayo. Diba? Sa loob, medyo holy. Holy gossip. Diba? Kasi nga prophetic eh. Diba? Masalita. Ano pa? Hindi pwedeng matulungin tayo sa loob. Pagdating natin sa labas, bahala ka dyan. Di ba? So, dapat, ministry should flow from within. Dapat, what is inside us, it's being shown sa panlabas natin. Di ba? Mas magandang tignan yun. Meaning, you are growing spiritually, you are growing maturely in your ministry. Di ba? Okay. So for us altar servers, we practice regular spiritual life. What does it mean? We practice regular spiritual life. Tayo ay madasalin. We pray. We receive the sacraments, particularly the sacrament of reconciliation and the sacrament of the Eucharist. What else? We perform acts of mercy. What else? Kanina, nung nagpapatawa ko, maingay kayo. Nung medyo seryoso, tumahimik na kayo. What else? What does it mean to practice a regular personal spiritual life? You know, nowadays, everything is easy. Because everything can be accessed through social media. Everything can be accessed through the internet. Right? Yung mga readings of the day, it's easy. We have apps. We have iBreviary. Diba? Or we have some websites wherein we could find some reflections. Diba? So, mas maganda na we start our day good so that it will have, or it will be a more fruitful day rather than nakasimano tayo at the start of the day. Diba? Ano pa? Devotions. Diba? We pray the rosary. We have the novenas. What else? We try to build a personal relationship with the Lord. Diba? So yun yung piety. It is deepening of our faith. Next. Okay. In the Philippines kasi, the last one, the fifth one, is brotherhood. Pero kasi dito sa Hong Kong, most of the altar servers are ladies. So, ginawa na lang natin siyang teamwork. Okay. So, magbigay tayo ng short background about that. Kasi di ba, from where we came from, in the Philippines, usually, it's an all-boy ministry. Right? So, the parish priests encourage the young men to join or to participate in the ministry of altar servers. Why? Simply because ministry of altar servers, it's a means, parang ano siya eh, parang that's where the vocation of priesthood starts. Parang doon siya nagpo-flourish. Like if you're going to ask almost all of the priests, they all became an altar server. Pero of course, due to pastoral reasons, St. Pope John Paul II in 1994 permitted ladies, girls, to serve on the altar. So instead, the altar boys naging altar servers. Pero that particular permission from Pope John Paul II, it still depends on the local bishops if they're okay with it. So, ganun po yung nangyari nun. So, noong 1994, it has been permitted by Pope John Paul II na magkakaroon ng ladies or girls to serve as altar Sabi nga ni Father kanina, you don't serve alone. You serve as a group. Right? Hindi pwedeng yung altar servers lang ang may alam. Like for example, Father gave an instruction to the altar servers. Hindi mo nirelay sa lectors and commentators at saka sa extraordinary ministers of Holy Communion. Anong nangyari? Yung pala may galit ka dun sa mga lectors and commentators. Talagang hindi mo sinabihan. Hindi pwedeng ganun. Di ba? Kasi, we work as one whole team. Di ba? Liturgical team nga eh. And liturgical team, it's not only the altar servers. It involves the choir, the lectors and commentators. It involves the EMs, or the extraordinary ministers of Holy Communion, and even the usherettes. It's part of the liturgical ministries of the church. Diba? So dapat everyone is informed. With this teamwork, dapat in a group, there should someone who will emerge as a leader. Yung leader na yon will assign roles to the server. And he or she will see to it that all the servers will know how to do or handle the durable, for example. How to hold the candle, how to hold the book, how to properly bring the ciborium, the chalice, the cruets to the priest. So dapat, niro-rotate. And also for us servers, hindi pwedeng present lang tayo pag if it's a special mass. Hindi pwedeng present lang tayo pag si Bishop yung magmamass. Hindi pwedeng present lang tayo if si parish priest yung magmamass. Dapat, kahit sino yung pare, we are there to serve.